The unveiling of the company of heaven. Every man and every woman a star. Every number is infinite. There is no difference. Help me, oh warrior, Lord of thieves, in my unveiling before the children of men. Be thou hunted, my secret center, my heart and my tongue. Behold, it is revealed by Iros, the minister of hope I caught. The cat is in the cool, not the cool in the cats. Worship them the cats, and behold my light shed over you. Let my servants be few and secret. They shall rule the many and the Lord. These are fools that men adore. Both their gods and their men are fools. Come forth, O children under the stars, and take your fill of love. I am above you and in you. Ecstasy is in yours. My joy is to see your joy above the gem that as your is. The naked splendor of you. Thrill with the song, lust of the light, oh man, my man.
These guys know what the fucking IQ test is. These groups statistically Jews have a higher IQ than average or than some other group. It doesn't mean that individuals from that other group.
Look at me, Euro. I'm Ashkenazi. I'm retarded.
Do you think that black people, let's say black people for example, do you think blacks are more athletic than the whites?
So I don't know. I haven't seen any statistics on it.
Yes, of course they are. Based on what a common eye though.
But if it were true, it doesn't mean that an individual black person is more athletic than them. Yeah, but that's a given. Everybody knows.
Timothy, the more interesting question is, are African Americans in the NBA ADOS, and therefore they were bred from slavery to be superior African Americans? They were genetically bred for strength. It's called slavery. Hello?
I gotta know because
what a waste of time, dude. If I want to learn history, I'll go to my library and open a fucking book and read a fucking book instead of listening to that fucking the room full of fucking lonely, bored, uneducated, stupid, annoying people.
dude, you need to be smart in the way you engage people because you have.
Wallace, I'm here to mock people at this point. There's no reason to be here. It's stupid.
Well, some nights I feel like that too, but dude, you have to be able to outsmart these
I am. I'm cutting them and putting them on YouTube. There's no other way.
Which you should let me do to get kicked out. You should.
Don't say you're sorry.
You can.
Don't say you're sorry. I love how Pepe was like, I used to let you come in my rooms, and for years you came in my rooms, but now I'm gonna kick you every time I see you. I'm really lucky I don't have the green bean mod. I was like, this is so fucking hilarious and pathetic and lame. Holy shit. The smartest choice is to find superior content and embrace that. No. The best part of tonight. Yeah, it would be fun to be more serious. The thing is, they cut you. They cut you. It's like it's impossible to do like so much. And they know you're like wasting time so much. Whatever, I've been doing it for years, so there's just no reason to keep doing it. I've recorded it all a million times. I'm sorry, Wallace, but I have to invest in myself and look out for Kitover. That's me, really. I can't keep. I've figured things out, and the things I've figured out are just so much better than this game. This game is this. You know what was so funny was that C when she was making fun of Pepe, that was like the funniest part of the whole show. You sound like my mother.
You have no patience. No, it's your grandmother. Oh wait, maybe my grandmother, your mother.
I got patience, but like, I don't know.
Dude, you're hella smart. You should have way more patience because I'm a fucking retard and I get half the shit you do and I can fucking sit and listen. And then that's why, like, for me, how long I can stay on stage, because I probably get kicked for the first 15 minutes. If I can stay on stage for hours, like Beaver and Matt love me, but that new Timothy dude, he's all cripped out. And if you ever know, you've been stepped on by the Crips. That's why I in the chat, I said, I've been cripped up. Maybe Timothy would take the respect out of that. He would appreciate it.
Well, I'm glad that you're so economically entertained because, you know, if you were spending money like me, aka, the only reason Marshall Rankin, successful guy, he called Marshall.
Well, you can't read books all the time. You know, I read a lot of books and you make fun of a lot of people, but you can't read books all the time, Don.
If I was more disciplined, I could. You could do anything if you had to do it. If you really had to do it. But
if you read enough, I could.
Book is that you may be putting it in your subconscious, but consciously it doesn't really come into play for you almost ever. So, like, if you were to read a quotes book, the greatest quotes of all time, you might be able to pull out just a couple of those quotes, from your memory. So what I'm saying is, our capacity to read is unlimited, but our capacity to integrate what we read is completely limited, and our memory is actually very, very weak and pathetic. Meaning that like most people can't even remember three variables. So,
Yeah, but you should be able to.
but what I'm saying is, when I read books,
You want to hear the last book I tried to read?
what was it? Pepe's History
It's called-
Universe.
No, I'm about to try to finish it in the next 2 days. I'm going to reread it. Actually, it's a real small book. It's called Illusion.
Yeah.
Adventures of a Reluctant Scientist. Did I get a laugh out of you? A reluctant scientist. I bet you can't guess what kind of person I got this from.
I don't know, your ex-wife.
And you know what? It's probably food. Very happy. It shows me much love, but it never showed me more love than I showed this.
Are you talking about yourself?
No, the guy I got this book from.
Oh. I guess you didn't get my
Did
joke.
you hear the name of the book? It's called Illusion.
Yeah. It's like the history of Jeff. It's the autobiography of Jeffrey Epstein.
No, he did an airplane thing.
You know who got brought down in the Epstein
Oh my gosh,
scandal?
you're right. He did the airplane thing. He's got the whole flight log. Oh my gosh.
Got him again. Do you know who was brought down by the Epstein list?
Which one?
The famous famous magician. What was his name? I saw him when I was a kid. Oh, David Copperfield.
Copperfield. Yeah.
Anyways, they're shutting down Clubhouse tomorrow at noon. They put a press release out saying they can't afford the AWS bandwidth to support a bunch of free phone calls. No.
Think of the overhead the last 3 years not making any.
They said that we thought that politically correct with Patty would yield enough valuable data to sell to advertisers. And they thought that Matt Cool's, President Trump House was gonna, pay the bills and they could arbitrage.
Over the line.
Yeah, but it's just been proven that
What about the deep state?
it's the same thing. People brain rot.
I'm locked out of that room. So, I can't even go in there to listen.
Well, you get my point that you can't keep selling the same people's retarded data because they're not yielding. First of all, these people.
You haven't gone to Pakistan.
You know what? Maybe I'm totally wrong because anybody that can spend 60 hours a week on this app, they must be retired and very wealthy. You work?
You're wrong in all that.
What kind of work do you do?
I work 16 hours a day. I work for family and friends who actually pay my bills. So I don't have to. I'm actually the poorest motherfucker from Clubhouse. It's still me on.
So this makes sense now. You're a low-income earner because you are on Clown House all day long. You clean parking lots. Oh my goodness. Well, Wallace, is there anything you'd like to tell your future self?
Aren't you happy?
What would you like to tell your past self if we had a time machine? What would you go back and tell yourself?
That state didn't have shit on me. Why do you laugh?
That was funny.
You act like you're evil cat.
Well,
Dude, John, you know what? You were probably the more fascinating person on Clubhouse than me. You're way more fascinating. I smell when you step in daily, and you actually encourage me to get
See, you know what's amazing is when people say, "Oh my god, have you seen how many cell phones he has? What if he brought a girl over and the girl said,
It was the pee stain that fucking triggered all this stuff.
I peed myself?"
Oh, that's what everyone said. Man, you got pee stain in your underwear while doing coke. I said, you know what? You ever done yoga? You might pee yourself too.
No, what I was gonna say is that
You know what? Do you hear the rooms? I want to really quick share. I made a room for a house called Premium Crackers and Cookies. They totally let me make it. And then I got a debate after Roger, or right before Roger left. I made a conservative debate title group. And so I just want to let you know so that if you ever want to move past this child's bullshit, which I totally agree with, and I don't even want to move past it either. But if we ever do, we can probably do something serious.
no, I've moved past
Me,
it.
you,
I
and
mean,
Jazzy.
my lack of respect for doesn't even exist. It's just the people on it. It's a conference call. So to even consider this a platform when it's just basically a disconnected, connected conference call of random people, it's not like your profile means anything. You know, my Instagram account got deleted. I had 600 followers, 1,500 posts. I spent many, many years posting videos and photos, writing text and hashtags and geotag. You know, countless hours went into this Instagram account, John Kitover. It gets deleted. I don't get one phone call, not one text, not one message like, "Oh, hey, where's your Instagram account?" So it's like part of enlightenment and awakening has to be the obliteration of illusions,
Yeah,
which which are delusions, meaning that
What, are you just starting over for the second time? What's wrong with you?
oh, starting over for the 100,000th time. All I'm
I'm
telling,
going to fail this time. When I go this time, I'm going to be done. Because you know what? In my heart, John, I really feel I've learned lessons centuries rebirth. And, like, the spirit I hold inside of me is, like, so much stronger than Clubhouse. Like, I can even get rid of Clubhouse. Don't even have to be here. Because I just understand. It's almost like...
well, Wallace, you're a little bit like a faggot retard at the bar who is talking to another faggot retard.
Only when I had a few beers.
And
Faggots love me.
well, what I'm trying to say is like when a faggot retard lights up a cigarette, and you say, you know, smoking cigarettes can cause cancer, and that faggot retard looks at you and is like, "Don't ruin my fucking experience, you faggot retard." You see what I'm saying? Like, you're a guy on Clubhouse. You know how many times I've heard people. You know how many times I've heard. You know how many times I've heard people come on. "Oh, I'm back, but I haven't used it in like 30 days, like a month. I took a break, like 2 months, but I am back." And you're like, well, I'm getting ready to actually start filming Clubhouse again. With anonymous accounts onto multiple YouTube accounts because some of these rooms, like, they really are unstoppable. They will go all day, every day, and they never end. There's like 4 primary rooms. One is politically correct. The second one is Bitcoin, the Bitcoin room with Bitcoin retards, and then the third one is Andrew R's like God Talk crew. Now, those guys are just, I mean, it's like when you listen to it, and if you were to zoom out on what you're listening to, you are completely listening to people debate definitions. That's all they're doing. They just run in the morning for like an hour or 2, and that's it. I used to mock them. Oh my God! Did you know a woman died on this app 2 days ago?
Very short.
In Gary Bumgarden's room, he was talking about her. He's like,
That's right.
and I was like, dude, she sounded healthy. How the fuck did she just croak?
Meryl.
Yeah, Meryl. And I'm like, maybe he's just saying she's not welcome on the show.
I did speak out when she was in her room. I always told her, please don't block me. I don't dislike you. But she was very opinionated.
She was accusing Trump of being a pedophile one day, and she's like, "Ah, don't fuck." She was like, "I did not fucking see." She went ballistic on me.
John, do you appreciate how I turned liberal in Clubhouse?
What'd you say?
I turned liberal on Clubhouse.
Great for you. You don't have to say I'm sorry.
No, I was asking you to turn liberal in the same way.
Liberal, progressive. See, there's just nothing new under the sun. Democrat is nothing new, but the 1950s and 60s. I have a Democrat National Committee handbook from the 1960s, and all this LGBTQ, CRT, DEI, BLM stuff. None of that is in the 1950s, 60s Democrat National Convention.
Yeah, it was. I watched Forrest Gump. You're great.
Do you know when you watch that movie? You know what's so funny is it's like Forrest Gump is like your average man today. Like even though he was basically retarded, but he wasn't autistic, he wasn't Down syndrome, he was just Forrest, which is a fictional character. But when you look at his actions, and then you look at his relationship with Miss Blondie, you know, and she's like waving goodbye to him and shit, and he's just like bye. Like it's like the video of it's like. Well, anyways, Wallace, if you could go back in time and remind yourself something, you know, what would you tell yourself 10 years ago? Why don't I just clone your fucking account? Because I'd get kicked. I love going in there and saying, you know, you guys are all just brain rotted, hypnotized. Nathan Art Project.
Where did that water stuff is from?
Well,
John, let's go, dude. What the fuck are we doing here?
well, I don't know if you. Oh, he's out of here. He's gone. Goner.
Come careering out of the night of death.
Me too. I just got back, so enlighten me.
These gentlemen, so I don't know, the conversation was very messy. It was going back and forth like several thousands of years between like the out-of-Africa theory and then people trying to attribute like Africa hypothesis. Yeah. No, not theory. We don't want to say theory. That would be wrong. Okay. Hypothesis. So I think someone was basically positing the idea that the out-of-Africa hypothesis is sort of some kind of weird left-wing, like anti-European idea. Actually, no, I didn't say that. No. That's kind of the joke. That was like the I was trying to figure out. You speaking up? It's because your hypothesis is so antiquated because they don't even believe that originated, it just originated out of Africa theory, which means that they believe that several sectors of Africa, even if you're going to follow that logic, evolved at the same time into what we have today. So, like the idea that you're going back to this antiquated one when most of those that actually claim that have moved on from it now are saying it's a Pan-African, which is giving credence to like, well, if multiple species evolved in Pan-Africa, then wouldn't it surmise it to be that we could have had a pan-global achievement?
Surmise it, maybe so.
Research is going into it.
You have to look at evolution.
Hold it's not no spam, no crazy shit, no. But for all my unemployment folks that need some money, man, drop the link in the chat. You sign up and you get $100, man. Like, it's legit. When you refer people, you get your extra 50, man. So go ahead. If y'all need some money, y'all scrap for cash bills, too, etc. Man, go. Appreciate y'all. Get back to the convo.
With regards to evolution, you have to consider that evolution is actually an antisocial behavior because the socialists.
Okay, so if I get this quite right, that the
Oh, I apologize for interrupting you. Just go ahead and put me in the queue. But confirm I exist if you wouldn't. Oh. I could be.
Rolling his pockets with farmers and parts and imps and satyrs, 4-night cards on a milk white ass. Come over the sea to me, to me. Come with Apollo and bridal dress, shepherdess and pythoness. Come with Artemis, silk and shard, and wash thy white, thy beautiful card. In the moon of the woods on the marble mount, the dimpled dawn of the amber fount, took the purple of passionate prayer. In the crimson shrine, the scarlet snare, the soul that startles the eyes of blue. To watch thy oneness weeping through the tangled growth in your lit bowl, the living tree that is spirit and soul and body and brain. Come over the sea. Devil or God, to me, to me, to me, to me. Come with trumpets sounding shrill over the hill. Come with drums go muttering from the spring. Come with flute and come with pipe. Am I not right? Oh, wait and right there, wrestle with there that have no goals to wrestle my body, weary of empty glass, strong as a lion, sharp as an axe. To the killing fetter, I'll devour, I'll begetter. to the house of Rantoul, of Ketran and of the Fool. I am my demon, woman to the prophet of Gafnaponsul. I cast them out my breast, I beat my white net, I weave my spell. Show thy star splendor on it, bid me within thine house to dwell. O winged snake of light, how peace, alive with me, promise days. O winged snake of light, how peace, alive with me, promise days. Is as a sword in my hand, to push I order him. Is a secret door that I shall make to establish thy reign. All the quarters, these are the adorations, as thou hast written, the light is mine, its rays consume. Then to pen, thrill with lissome lust of the light, oh man, my man, come careering out of the night of Pan, be your Pan, come over the sea. From Sicily and from Arcady, roaming as Bacchus with fauns and pards and nymphs and satyrs, for thy guides on a milk white ass come over the sea to me. Come with Apollo in bridal dress, come with Artemis silken shod, and wash thy white thigh, beautiful God, in the moon of the woods on the marble mount, the dimpled dawn of the amber fount. Dip the in a prayer in the crimson shrine, the scarlet snare, the soul that startles in eyes of blue, to watch thy wantonness weeping through the tangled grove, the gnarled bole of the living tree that is spirit and soul and body and brain. Come over the sea, devil God, to me, come with trumpets sounding shrill over the hill. Come with drums low muttering from the spring. Come with flute and come with pipe. Am I not right? I who wait and writhe and wrestle with air that hath no boughs to nestle, my body weary of empty clasp, strong as a lion and sharp as an asp. Come, oh come, I am numb with the lonely lust of devildom. Thrust the sword through the galling fetter, oh devourer, oh begetter. Oh man of pain. God in the moon of the woods, on the marble mount, the dimpled dawn of the amber fount. Dip the purple of passionate prayer in the crimson shrine, the scarlet snare, the soul that startles in eyes of blue. To watch sky wantonness sweeping through the tangled grove, the gnarled bow of the living tree that is spirit and soul and body and brain. Come and see and come and come and come and come and come and come and see. Devil of God, to me, my man, come with trumpets sounding shrill. Father Hill, come with drums low muttering from the spring. Come with flute and come with pipe, and mine I ride by who wait and writhe and wrestle with air that hath no bows to nestle my body, weary of empty clasp, strong as a lion, sharp as an aspen. Come, oh, come, I am numb with the lonely lust of devil dumb. First a sword through the galling feather, all devour, all begetter. Shops act the motoring laws. Sunday suffocation, the censorship. They won't trust us to cross the roads at will. Fascism is like communism and dishonest into the bargain. The dictators suppress all art, literature, theater, music, news that does not meet their requirements. Yet the world only moves by the light of genius. The herd will be destroyed in mass. The establishment of the law of the lemur is the only way to preserve individual liberty and to assure the future of the race. In the words of the famous paradox of the Pontificates, the absolute rule of the state shall be a function of the absolute liberty of each innovation in the world. All men and women are invited to cooperate with the master Therion in this great war. Democracy daughters. Ferocious fascism, cackling communism, equally frauds, cavort crazily all over the globe. They are hemming us in. They are abortive births of the child, the new Aeon of Horus. Liberty stirs once more in the womb of time. Evolution makes its changes by anti-socialistic ways. The abnormal man who foresees the trend of the times and adapts circumsentently is laughed at, persecuted, often destroyed by the herd. But he and his heirs, when the crisis comes, are survivors. Above us today hangs a danger, never yet paralleled in history. We suppress the individual in more and more ways. We think in terms of the herd. War no longer kills soldiers. It kills all indiscriminately. Every new measure of the most democratic and autocratic governments is communistic in essence. It is always restriction. We are all treated as imbecile children. Dora. She bends in ecstasy to kiss the secret ardors of her deed. The winged globe, the starry blue, are mine, warmth of Naples. 15 now ye shall know that the chosen priest still of infinite space is the prince priest, the beast. And in his woman called the scarlet woman is all power given, and shall gather my children into their fold. They shall bring the glory of the stars into the hearts of men. 16, for he is ever a son, and she and to him is the winged secret flame. But ye are not so chosen. 18 burn upon their brows, splendorous serpent. 19 azure-lidded woman bend upon them. 20, the key of the rituals is in the secret word which I have given unto him. With God and Jaeger I am nothing. They do not see me. They are as upon the earth. I am heaven, and there is no other God than me, and my Lord. Now, therefore, I am known to ye by my name Nuit, and to him by a secret name which I will give him when at last he knoweth me. The skies of another woman shall wake the lost, and worship over the snake another soul of God and beast shall mingle in the globed priest. Another sacrifice shall stain the tomb. Another king shall reign, and blessing no longer be poured to the hawk-headed mystical Lord. 35 the half of the word of Pharaoh, called Hypocrite and Rahur-Kut. 36 then said the prophet unto the God. 37 I adore thee in the throne. I am the Lord of kings, and I be inspired for singer of never. For he unveils the clear sky, and sing unto the consume. Words of truth I invoke, I breathe, thy presence for our whole fruit, unity, uttermost to earth. I I adore the might of thy breath, supreme and terrible God, who maintains the gods and death to tremble before thee. To the last, we find ourselves upon the height to which we know. Rotation keyword assigned to the wheel of fortune. This is closely related to such ideas as spinning, circulation, rolling, whirling, wheeling, etc. What is meant here is that the symbology of this key refers to the initial whirling motion in the vast expanse of the root substance of the universe, which occultists call the limitless light. Differentiations of this primary motion, because all changes in form or quality on every plane. The title refers to the attribution to this key of the pair of opposites, wealth and poverty. The rewarding intelligence is attributed to it, and the planet Jupiter, which is called in astrology the Great of Fortune, and is stated to have tremendous influence for prosperity and all benefits when well placed in a horoscope. Are the cherubs mentioned in Ezekiel and Revelation. They represent the four fixed signs of the zodiac. The wheel itself is the symbol of the whole cycle of cosmic expression. Whose movement suggests vibration, represents the evolution of the cosmic radiant energy, or full hat into matter. The jackal-headed homonymous represents the evolution of consciousness from lower forms to higher. Finally, the Sphinx typifies the real self of man. Ideas its evolution page higher in this cycle of manifestation. 11. Justice. This key is the center of the tarot pack. It stands for equilibrium, balance, etc., symbolized by the title and the scales. These also symbolize the Hindu doctrine of karma, which literally means action or work. It manifests itself in the form of a law of undeviating justice. This doctrine is expressed in the Judeo-Christian dictum, as a man soweth, so shall he also reap. In physics, it is stated that every action has an equal and opposite reaction. It is the entire appearance of cause-effect. The two curtains, suggesting duality, represent balance by the symmetrical arrangement. The throne repeats on the front of a crown, refer to the idea of justice. The end is the agency through which all the forces represented by keys 1 to 10 are transferred to the manifesting powers represented by keys 12 to 21. This cryptic statement deserves a great deal of thought upon your part. You will be well rewarded for your effort. Hi. Real with leaves some lust of the light, oh man, my man. Come careering out of the night of pen. Your pen, your pen, your pen, your pen. Come over the sea, from Sicily and from Arcady. Rolling his baggage, frozen parts, and limits inside. For like birds on a milk white edge. Come over the sea to me, to me. Come with Apollo and bridal dress, shepherdess and pythoness. Come with Artemis, silk and shard, and wash thy white, thy beautiful guard. In the moon of the woods on the marble mount, the dimpled dawn of the ember fount, at the purple of passionate prayer, in the crimson shrine, the scarlet snare, the soul that startles the eyes of dew, to watch thy wonders sweeping through the tangled growth in your lit pool, the living tree that is spirit and soul and body and brain. Come over the sea. Devil,
lured her to her death by sitting an Uber an hour and a half or more. I don't know how you get but short ride.
He would say it was like an hour between his house and hers, like an hour, a little over an hour.
Yeah, with no traffic, because she was
Right.
at 11 o'clock at night. And how is your daughter leaving the house at 11 o'clock at night?
Well, they
Because
knew.
they better be. And it's like, okay.
Because people do let their kids do hella ground.
Yeah, they got Uber Teen.
Anyone want to be part of the like organization like for like
This
thing.
for choose. You don't need a reason for that. If you don't like it, then go to work somewhere. I mean, that's your problem.
Yeah. So me, Sonny, I go by history, right? I've been studying a lot, and in my studies, everything's pointing to me that the Eastern Orthodox Church is the original church. The one that the Catholic Church branched out of. So that's
Those knowledge and premiums, and then they're sitting there and refuse to pay out on the claims for the insurance that your employer went to an entity and said, please put us with a cell carrier, and you can't deal with them, you can't figure out how to get the money back to pay for the claims, so then you have to do reports, you have to get liability involved, you have to get the FBI and a whole bunch of other entities to go after these groups, and you can almost never catch them because they're all from Lagos.
Yeah, for a smaller amount, nobody go after them. Nobody fucking goes after them.
How long does it take for FBI to track down a leader of this camp and bring him to justice?
It could be 30 days.
Like 60 minutes of those stories, they've gone into India, into some of these places. No,
It takes a year, 2 years. If it takes 10 years, then forget about it. You can have the money.
No, it depends how big the scam is, though.
A lot are out of Russia. I mean, it's
Like
a
a small
lot out of
amounts,
Russia.
nobody go after those small amounts. Nobody.
There's a guy that works for NASA, a genius, young guy. He quit and he does YouTube. He has his own YouTube channel, and he would uncover the scamming and he would help the FBI. But he,
he's awesome. Yeah.
the porch pirate where the people will come and take your Amazon package.
Yeah.
And he made dummy packages and put glitter bombs and fart spray and cameras.
Yeah.
And they were very satisfying to watch when people would steal it. Open it up and get shit all over them.
The Russians are very good at, for a long time, they were doing automobile scams. So basically, they would, put in claims for rear-end accidents, but it didn't occur, and they were scamming the insurance companies.
Armenians are
Yeah.
number one into that shit. They're fucking awesome.
The biggest scam right now is the Bitcoin scam where they target small community governments and middle-sized businesses and stuff. They lock their computers down. They say you have to pay us, 10,000 Bitcoin for us to unlock your computer.
Have you had that happen? Have you had your computer where someone, like, you get that message?
Yeah, I've had it. It's crazy. They made a movie about it too. What was the movie called? Jason Statham was in it.
Oh, the Bee movie?
Beekeeper.
Yeah, Beekeeper.
Bro, the amount of fraud that I see in Glendale is on another fucking level, bro.
Oh yeah, Glendale, yeah. Armenians, bro.
And it's like blatant too, to the point where it's like, it's just obvious that the Russian mafia is over there and the Armenians are over there doing what they do. You drive your car over there, you're bound to get in an accident.
It gets to a point where anybody asks you about insurance, they're like, hey man, are you Armenian?
Exactly.
Well, yeah, the car insurance in Glendale is much higher than everywhere else in California. In just one city.
But Barack and Phoenix, like when you go to like 19th Avenue, like they have legitimate businesses and there are some of the really great restaurants there too. You know?
You know what?
It's also because there's cameras now, like these fake accidents that they would have. Now there's, you know, like,
They're smarter than that. You know what they do? They bring 6-7 cars. They block the freeway. They, block each lane, right? They put those 2 drivers in 2 cars that they want to create the accident with. They create the accident. The freeway is slowed down, right? They put the actual owner of the car in the vehicle when the accident happens, when the professional drivers do their job. Then they clear the freeway and then they call the fucking whatever. Police.
That's right.
It's like a movie. Motherfuckers do it like fucking faster.
Every single
Clubhouse right here, and I can clone every single person. And then I can have like one of you guys calling up, like your mom saying, "Hey, I'm in jail. I need money." And then somebody wrote in the bottom there. It's the older people that really be fucking, screwed over by this.
Well, Monica's voice would be perfect to use for all kinds of pranks.
someone asks, like, how do you close the loophole for, like, insurance fraud, for car insurance fraud? In my opinion, there's no way you really can, because, like, you don't know if this person, like, really got into a serious accident.
That's why the insurance keep going up in California.
Exactly.
Armenians are fucking up insurance companies like never seen before.
There's a good app. It's called. I have it here on my fucking computer. It's called. Just look up AI voice generation. The next time they ask President Donald Trump, "Hey, what do you think about the insurance problem?" I'll go ask the Armenians.
Yeah, because your zip code is cooked. If you try to go get insurance and you got a Glendale zip code, you're fucked. Like, your shit's definitely gonna be high.
Insurance is higher only because
100%.
I didn't know that, honestly. I mean, I'm living in Phoenix, and they run some of the most legitimate restaurants there. So.
No, this isn't in
Academic there, bro.
This isn't in Phoenix. It's in here in LA.
Good business.
They are good business people, though. They are.
Yeah, they do their business for money laundering.
Operations like this. But see, that's what I was wondering. There's no way, like, I'll tell you this, there's no way you coordinate it. Even if the authorities know about it. It's just too
They've definitely mastered it, for sure.
Damn, I hate
I would say the biggest scam was Wendomi's today, when he doxed almost 1 million New York residents with
I heard
their
about
names
this.
and address.
what did he do?
Oh, that's fucked up.
All the people that own 2 homes, like, that live part-time in New
Right,
York.
the Pinnaters.
Yeah, he doxed their names and addresses, and
Wait, how is that illegal?
and it was 900, over 900,000. It was like, what the fuck are you doing, dude?
Is he legally liable for it?
I imagine he's probably going to face a lot of issues on there.
Damn.
I don't know what the New York interesting to see what the New York doxing laws are. someone should just Google whether it's civil or it's
And you know
criminal.
what's crazy? Unfortunate to say that he's gonna get another fucking term because those weirdos that live there don't seem to think that he's a problem.
Not a lot of people came out for that election. You know, it was pretty low turnout. It may not turn his way. You know, if you get a decent turnout.
Was it a special election? I can't remember. Or was
Normal.
and they just didn't come out for it?
Do you see the
Low turnout.
protests were pretty big against them?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
but
the
now-
grocery store thing.
Has there been any, like,
Yeah.
because
I
of the
know.
golf?
I
The doxing? Let me check.
People
I
like
can see what the
basically saying, hey, everybody, these are all the rich people in New York that you should target. Well, not me, not really, but that's what can come with it, you know.
And if anyone thinks that he didn't do that shit on purpose, you're delusional.
Right. Exactly.
No, but has anybody been harmed from the thing, like, you know, any reason?
You don't
Not
have
yet.
to have the
Nothing's
harm. It just the act itself. I mean, on that one, but I gotta look at what the New York is.
People call me crazy, and I'm sorry, but I feel like if you weren't born here in our country, you shouldn't be able to run for any like political office at all. Like
I agree.
anywhere.
I agree.
I don't care like what your political affiliation is. I just don't believe if you were not born here, you shouldn't be allowed to do anything here like that. And we is part of the reason why I believe that. And people like Ilhan Omar, they come here, they just go ahead.
But let's call it what it is. It's creating chaos. It's no longer politics. It's no longer building politics. It's chaos.
That's true.
They don't have doxing. I just looked it up. New York does not have a standalone universal criminal statute for doxing. So they put it under stalking or aggravated harassment. But they don't have, a lot of states have, California has doxing as a, some states have it civil. I gotta see if there's something civil though.
So where does the people being doxxed exactly? Legally.
To nowhere, they just better hope no one does anything mischievous.
I mean,
That's
it would
basically
be
it.
civil. I mean, I'd put that together as a nice class and go after them.
Honestly, I have to say these past couple of months, I've been a bit out of the loop. So I have no idea he's done this. Like, I haven't watched proper news at all.
And then, like, let's get real. What are they really gonna do to him? Like, to think that they weren't sick going through all these, through all this and didn't think, hey,